The first truth about commitment phobia disguised as abundance is this: multiple connections protect you from the vulnerability of singular devotion, but this safety guarantees you'll never experience the depth you're actually craving. Think about what happens when you split yourself across multiple people. Each person gets a version of you, a created slice, the parts you're comfortable showing. One person sees your romantic side, the thoughtful dates, the sweet gestures, the version of you that knows how to create connection. Another sees your ambitious side, the driven, focused, goal-orientated version that's building something. Maybe another sees your vulnerable side, but only certain vulnerabilities. The ones that are safe to share. The ones that make you relatable without making you too exposed. But no one, and this is the key, no one gets the full picture. No one sees how your ambition sometimes masks insecurity. No one sees how your romance sometimes comes from a script rather than genuine feeling. No one sees the parts of you that don't fit the narrative you're presenting. And here's why this feels safer. Because if you don't know all of you, or if they don't know all of you, they can't reject all of you. If you're dating two people and one leaves, you're not destroyed. You have the other one. You've got a backup. You've hedged your bets. You've protected, or you're protected. If one connection gets too intense, too demanding, too close to seeing the parts of you you usually hide, you can retreat into the other connection. You can create distance without being alone. You can avoid vulnerability without losing connection entirely. This is the logic of keeping options. It's a protection strategy disguised as abundance. Think about Neo's situation: two women, two separate relationships, each presumably getting a version of him, but does either get the full truth? Does either see the complete picture of his life, his struggles, his fears, his contradictions? Or does each get the version of him that fits that particular connection, while the parts that don't fit get compartmentalized, hidden, or presented to the other person? This isn't unique to him. This is how the pattern works for everyone caught in it. You present different versions of yourself to different people, not because you're being intentionally deceptive, but because showing your full self to one person feels too risky. So you split yourself, giving each person enough to maintain connection, but never enough to fully know you. The problem is this: real intimacy requires being fully known, not partially known, not selectively known, fully known. Intimacy is what happens when someone sees all of you, the beautiful parts and the messy parts, the strengths and the insecurities, the version of you the world and the version of you usually hide. The version you show the world and the version you usually hide, and chooses you anyway. But you can't experience that if you're splitting yourself across multiple people. You can't be fully known if you're only showing parts of yourself. You can't have deep intimacy if you're protecting yourself through fragmentation. So you end up in this strange position, surrounded by people who want you, but deeply lonely. Because being wanted for a created version of yourself isn't the same as being loved for who you actually are. You're desired but not known, pursued but not understood, wanted but not truly seen. And beneath all of the attention, all of the options, all the connections, you're isolated. Because you've guaranteed through your own protection strategy that no one can actually reach you. This is the trap of using multiple connections as armor. It works, it protects you, but it also ensures you never get what you actually, or what you're actually seeking. Because what you're seeking, whether you admit it or not, is to be fully known and still chosen, to show someone your complete self and have them stay, to be vulnerable and have that vulnerability met with love rather than rejection. But you can't have that if you're splitting yourself. You can't experience being fully loved if no one fully knows you. Think about your own patterns. How often do you show different sides of yourself to different people? How often do you keep certain truths hidden from certain connections? How often do you maintain multiple situations specifically so no one gets too close? And if you're honest, you might recognize that beneath the abundance is often fear. Fear that if someone saw the whole picture, they'd leave. Fear that your full self isn't lovable. Fear that the vulnerability required for real intimacy is too dangerous. So you protect yourself, you keep options, you maintain distance, you split yourself across multiple connections so no one ever has to see, and you never have to risk your complete truth. But here's what you lose in that protection: the possibility of being deeply, truly, fully loved. Because love, real love, the kind that actually satisfies your soul, requires being fully known. It requires showing someone not just your best self, but your whole self. It requires the vulnerability of being completely seen. And you can't have that while you're protecting yourself through multiple connections. You can't be fully known while you're splitting yourself. You can't experience deep intimacy while you're maintaining the armor options. Neo can have two women, but can he be fully present with either? Can he show his complete self to someone when he's managing multiple realities? Can he experience the depth of being truly known when he's compartmentalizing his life? The same questions apply to anyone caught in this pattern. You can have options or you can have depth. You can protect yourself through multiple connections, or you can risk being fully known by one. But you can't have both. This is the first truth. Multiple connections protect you from vulnerability, but this protection guarantees you'll never experience the depth of intimacy that comes from being fully known. You're trading the possibility of real love for the safety of never being fully exposed. And in that trade, you lose what you're actually seeking.